What if your Roth account can't actually fund your early retirement when you need it most? Most Americans believe just max out your Roth and you're set for early retirement. But that's not the full story. The reality is that millions of Americans focus on tax-free growth while ignoring one thing that matters just as much: access to their money before age 59 and a half. And there's one hidden retirement trap that could leave you with a large Roth balance but less financial freedom than you expected. Welcome back to American Dream Finance. Today, we'll uncover the biggest Roth mistake, how to build real retirement flexibility, and the simple framework successful early retirees use. Miss this, and your retirement plan could face costly surprises. Stay until the end because I'll share the most important lesson that can protect your future retirement freedom and the exact steps you can start using today. The Roth IRA mistake that traps early retirees. Many Americans believe one thing: if I max out my Roth, I can retire early without any problems. That sounds logical. After all, Roth accounts offer tax-free growth, tax-free qualified withdrawals, and no required minimum distributions during the original owner's lifetime. But here's the mistake that catches many early retirees off guard. Not all Roth accounts are equally accessible before age 59 and a half. A Roth IRA and a Roth 401k may look similar on paper, but when you actually need money during an early retirement, the rules can be very different. Let's look at a real-world example. Imagine John is 50 years old. He has worked hard for decades and built an $800,000 retirement portfolio. Most of his money sits inside a Roth 401k. John assumes he has complete freedom because the account is Roth. Then he retires. A few months later, he needs money to cover living expenses. That's when he discovers something important. Having money inside a retirement account is not the same as having easy access to that money. Many Americans focus on building wealth. Far fewer focus on liquidity. And liquidity becomes extremely important if you want work to become optional before traditional retirement age. Here is the core issue. Early retirement is not only about how much money you have, it's about where that money is located. Someone with $1 million locked inside retirement accounts may have less flexibility than someone with $700,000 spread across different account types. This is why so many early retirees experience unexpected stress. They spend years maximizing retirement contributions, but never build a plan for the years between retirement and age 59.5. Financial planners often call this period the retirement bridge. The retirement bridge is the gap between the day you stop working and the day retirement accounts become easier to access. If you retire at age 58, the bridge is about 1.5 years. If you retire at age 55, the bridge is about 4.5 years. If you retire at age 50, the bridge is about 9.5 years. If you retire at age 45, the bridge is about 14.5 years. That's a long time to fund your life. And this is where many Americans make a costly mistake. They become obsessed with maximizing Roth contributions while ignoring a simple question: how will I actually pay my bills before age 59.5? The biggest danger is not taxes. The biggest danger is lack of flexibility. Because when all your money is trapped in retirement accounts, you may be forced to make withdrawals at the wrong time, sell investments during market downturns, or pay penalties that could have been avoided with better planning. The lesson is simple. A Roth account is a powerful retirement tool, but a Roth account is not automatically an early retirement strategy. Before focusing on tax-free growth, every future early retiree should first understand one thing: access matters just as much as account balance. $1 million that you cannot easily reach may not solve today's financial needs. And that's the hidden retirement trap many Americans never see coming. Question for the viewer: if you stopped working tomorrow, how many years of expenses could you cover without touching money that's locked inside retirement accounts? Now that we understand the problem, let's talk about the solution. Most Americans think early retirement planning starts with picking investments. It doesn't. Early retirement planning starts with building access to money. The goal is simple: create enough financial flexibility so you never feel forced to touch retirement accounts at the wrong time. This is where successful early retirees think differently. Instead of putting every available dollar into one account type, they build multiple sources of retirement income. Think of your money as 3 separate buckets. Each bucket has a different job. Bucket number 1, your future income bucket. This includes traditional 401k, traditional IRA, 403b, and similar tax-deferred retirement accounts. These accounts are designed primarily for later retirement years. Many people underestimate their value. If you're earning a good income in the United States today, every traditional contribution may reduce taxable income now while you're likely in a higher tax bracket. Then, after retirement, you may have opportunities to convert portions into Roth accounts at lower tax rates. High income years are often the best years to capture tax deductions. That's why many financially successful Americans continue using traditional retirement accounts even when they love Roth accounts. Bucket number 2, your freedom bucket. This is the bucket many early retirees wish they had built sooner. Examples include taxable brokerage accounts, ETFs, index funds, treasury bills, cash reserves. Why is this bucket so important? Because there are generally no retirement age restrictions. You can access these funds when needed. No waiting for age 59 and a half, no retirement account withdrawal rules, no complex planning just to reach your own money. This bucket often becomes the primary funding source during the retirement bridge years. Freedom comes from accessible assets. Many Americans focus so heavily on tax advantages that they accidentally ignore flexibility. But flexibility is exactly what early retirement requires. Bucket number 3, your strategic Roth bucket. Now let's talk about Roth money. This is where many people make another mistake.
They view Roth accounts as spending accounts. In reality, Roth dollars may be the most valuable dollars you'll ever own. Why? Because every future dollar of growth may be completely tax-free. Think about this. A $100,000 Roth balance growing at 8% annually could potentially become several $100,000 over time. And unlike traditional retirement accounts, future qualified withdrawals may remain tax-free. That's powerful. That's why many experienced retirees try to preserve Roth assets for later retirement years, healthcare expenses, tax planning opportunities, surviving spouses, children, and grandchildren. Roth dollars become more valuable the longer they stay invested. That doesn't mean you can never use them. It means you should treat them as a strategic asset rather than a first-choice spending account. The smart early retirement formula. Instead of asking, how much can I put into my Roth? Start asking, how many years can I fund without relying on retirement account withdrawals? That question changes everything. Because the most successful early retirees don't depend on one account, they build options. Options create flexibility. Flexibility creates confidence, and confidence makes early retirement sustainable. A well-designed plan doesn't just help you retire, it helps you stay retired. That's the difference. Many Americans can reach retirement. Far fewer build a system that allows retirement to last for decades. And that system starts with having the right money in the right places. Key takeaway. The goal is not to maximize one account. The goal is to maximize financial flexibility. Build future income with traditional accounts. Build freedom with taxable investments. Build long-term power with Roth assets. When all three work together, early retirement becomes much easier to manage. Now, let's turn this into action. A lot of Americans spend years reading about Roth IRAs, Roth 401ks, investing strategies, and early retirement. But information alone doesn't create financial freedom. Action creates financial freedom. The question is not, do I have enough money? The better question is, can my money support the lifestyle I want before age 59 and a half? That's the question every future early retiree should answer. Step 1. Calculate your retirement bridge. Start with one number. At what age do you want work to become optional? Maybe it's 58. Maybe it's 55. Maybe it's 50. Now subtract that age from 59 and a half. The result is your retirement bridge. For example, retire at 58 equals 1.5-year bridge. Retire at 55 equals 4.5-year bridge. Retire at 50 equals 9.5-year bridge. Retire at 45 equals 14.5-year bridge. This number determines how much accessible money you'll need. You cannot build a bridge if you don't know its length. Step 2. Audit your liquidity. Open every financial account you own, then separate them into two categories: accessible today, cash, high-yield savings, taxable brokerage accounts, treasury bills, non-retirement investments; restricted accounts, traditional IRA, traditional 401k, Roth 401k, employer retirement plans. Now ask yourself, if I stopped working next month, how many years could I live using only accessible assets? Many Americans are surprised by the answer. Some discover they have a large net worth but very little liquidity. That's a warning sign for early retirement planning. Step 3. Stop thinking only about taxes. This may sound surprising. Taxes matter, but flexibility matters too. Many investors become obsessed with finding the perfect tax strategy. Meanwhile, they ignore whether they can actually access their money when needed. Remember, the lowest tax account is not always the most useful account. Sometimes paying a little tax today creates much more flexibility tomorrow. Financial independence is about options, not perfection. Step 4. Build a real withdrawal strategy. Before retirement arrives, where will future income come from? Ask yourself, what account will fund years 50 to 55? What account will fund years 55 to 59 and a half? When will Roth conversions happen? How much cash reserve will I keep? What happens if the market drops 30%? The best retirement plans answer these questions before retirement begins. Hope is not a withdrawal strategy. Planning is. Step 5. Protect your most valuable account. For many Americans, the most valuable account isn't their house. It isn't their checking account. It may be their Roth account. Why? Because future qualified withdrawals can be tax-free. Because decades of tax-free compounding can create tremendous value. Because Roth assets can also become powerful legacy assets for family members. Before spending Roth money, ask yourself, is this the best dollar for me to spend? Sometimes the answer is yes. Often the answer is no. The longer Roth assets remain invested, the more powerful they may become. Final lesson. Most people think the Roth mistake is paying too much tax. It's not. The real Roth mistake is believing that tax-free growth automatically creates early retirement freedom. It doesn't. Freedom comes from access. Freedom comes from planning. Freedom comes from having multiple sources of income. The Americans who retire successfully before age 59 and a half usually don't rely on one account. They build a complete system. A system that combines traditional retirement accounts, taxable investments, Roth assets, cash reserves, and long-term tax planning. That's how early retirement becomes realistic.
That's how financial stress gets reduced, and that's how work truly becomes optional. Final question. If you plan to retire 5 years from today, would your biggest challenge be building more wealth or creating better access to the wealth you already have? Because that answer may determine whether your retirement plan succeeds or struggles. Remember, Roth growth is powerful, but financial freedom comes from liquidity, flexibility, and a plan. That's the retirement lesson every American should understand before it's too late.